everyone, and welcome to Gresham High School, where tonight the Gresham Gophers host the Barlow Bruins. This is a situation where two teams, both winners last week in their first round games in the Mount Hood Conference, came out and really tore up the offense, were able to put big points on the board. I'm Jim Shealy, and tonight with me is Terry Houck and Ron Peeble. Ron, you're going to be down on the field trying to catch some of the enthusiasm and the excitement that this game always generates.
That's right. Barlow Gresham games are always exciting, and both teams are looking for strong seasons, already having strong seasons, 2-1 league, 2-1 overall records, and it's going to be exciting in the stands, exciting on the sidelines, and I'll try to relay some of that excitement back up to you in the booth and everybody out in the audience.
Terry, it was one of those games last week for both teams, actually. Both of them put together tremendous offensive shows. Kerry Lee running for 4 touchdowns against Reynolds High School for the Gresham Gophers, and Brian Swartz catching 3 touchdown passes for the Barlow Bruins. So do we look for a big offensive display tonight?
Well, you know, I'm a believer in defense, and these two teams have two of the finest, over all the years, the finest pursuit defensive teams and the finest tackling teams in the Mount Hood Conference. So I don't look to see a high-scoring game. I look to see some great pops out there, and let's hope we have a few.
Of course, Gresham High School with their new coach, Jack Footpratt, taking over for Gary Stouts, who retired last year. So Jack has his hands full, and of course, this is a big challenge for him. This is the first big game that he's going to be coaching. Are there extra added pressures for Jack in this situation?
Well, you know, both schools are in the city of Gresham. The coaches know each other real well. You know, when you play your friends, you like to you kind of like to beat them a little bit more than, you know, someone you don't know. So I think both teams are really fired up. The coaches are fired up about beating their buddies. I think we're in for a good one.
Should be a great game tonight. Ron, I know you're going to catch some of that excitement down on the sideline, because it's just, we can feel it here. It's jam-packed, lots of folks, and it should be really an exciting matchup. So we're looking forward to your comments throughout the game. We're going to be up in the booth, and we're going to be ready for that first half kickoff right after this. Gresham High School, everyone, as we are here getting ready for the kickoff between the Gresham Gophers and the Barlow Bruins. A big game for both teams, and ironic that it comes so early in the season, but still, it has to be played at some point. And Terry, this is a big game. This early in the season probably has some different feelings a little bit, but the intensity is every bit as high as it's ever been.
Well, like you said, it's early in the year, so there's not a whole lot. You know, normally when the Gresham Barlow meet towards the end of the season, it's for the #1 league spot. So a little early in the season, I think they are battling for a playoffs position, but not the type of pregame intensity in some of the past situations that we've had.
Of course, Centennial ending the reign of the Barlow and Gresham last year, when Centennial went through the season undefeated, and all those seasons before, you know, the 3 or 4 seasons that Gresham was undefeated. The team that broke their undefeated streak in the Mount Hood Conference, of course, last year was the Barlow Bruins, winning 20-15 over at Mount Hood Community College.
And that was a barn burner. That was a good ball game, hitting some good offensive drives. Like I said, again, great pops. I look to see some of the same play from both teams.
Well, as you mentioned in our opening, that you felt that the defense was going to be the key, and in all likelihood it will be. You know, good teams are really made with their defenses, and I think that both of these teams offensively have shown that explosive power, and it's just which team can come to the forefront defensively and shut them down. So it's going to be a great ball game, a great matchup. Two teams that have the potential to blow it open at any time, but also have the potential to be able to shut it down at any time. Kicking off for the Barlow Bruins will be #1, Eric Stevenson. Back deep for the Gresham Gophers is #25, Ty Humphreys. Also back is Ryan Edeline, #24, and let's see, what do we got over there? 22 in the middle is Kerry Lee.
Looks like
Kerry had a
15, Derek Olson.
Derek Olson over, also one of the 3 deep people. The up middle man is Kerry Lee. Great game last week against Reynolds, 4 touchdowns. So we're getting ready for the kickoff now. The Barlow Bruins kicking off. They won the toss. They deferred till the second half, so the Gophers will be receiving. Ball goes down. This is Humphreys. Humphreys takes it at the 15, brings it up the middle. Humphreys with a little bit of a seam and brings it all the way out to the 34-yard line. Ty Humphreys on the carry, so the Gophers will have their first possession beginning at their own 34-yard line. They'll start 1st and 10 as we're just underway here at Gresham High School. And the Gophers starting out their backfield, their quarterback will be Mike Streb. Running backs Ryan Gleason, Kerry Lee, and Ty Humphreys. Come out of in the wishbone. Give is straight ahead. This is Gleason straight ahead. Gleason pounds forward for about 3 or 4 yards.
Looked like he was stopped by Nate Hawthorne.
Of course, last week, Barlow Bruins, the guy that had Sean Rasmer was the guy on the defensive line that just had a fantastic game for the Bruins last week, number 72. Streb brings him up, number 11, the quarterback. Lone setback this time is Gleason. Give is to Gleason again. And Gleason, and boy, I tell you, there was Reasoner again, but he was not able to actually make the tackle, but he was able to stuff the blocker right into the play.
Yeah, he forced the blocker right in the arms of Nate Hawthorne, the inside linebacker on that side. So it looks like Gresham's trying to try that left side of the right side of the Barlow line, and right now they've risen to the occasion.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5 now as the ball is marked at the 39-yard line of Gresham. Just underway here at Gresham High School. Streb brings him up. They're in the I formation this time. Lee in motion to the right now, out of the tailback spot. Gleason, the lone running back, gives straight ahead to Gleason. Gleason breaks it, bounces up, and it looks like that second effort, he was able to scramble ahead to the 45-yard line for the first down. Ryan Gleason, number 21. Terry, is this a little bit of a surprise? Kerry Lee had such a great game last week carrying the ball. We'll take a look at it on replay, but Lee hasn't touched the ball as of yet. He goes in motion, maybe use him as a decoy.
Nice little quick little trap inside. Good play. Again,
nice.
You're going against a little bit more sound defense than they went against last week in the Reynolds bunch. Although that first half, Gresham had their hands full as far as running the ball.
Lee goes in motion, comes on the option. This is Streb. Streb keeps the ball as he faked inside on the option to Gleason, and
Brian Dedrick on the tackle number 55. Read the play well.
Dedrick did a nice job that time of reading, collapsing down, and getting in and holding Streb to it, although he did pick up about 3 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 7 now as the ball is marked at the 48-yard line. We might just mention this is a tremendous crowd here tonight. Huge crowd, lots of folks, lots of coverage. It's just what high school athletics is all about. Streb out of the I formation, give us the Lee. First carry for Lee, breaks it to the outside, cuts back inside. Kerry Lee carries the ball all the way up to the 41-yard line of Barlow.
Great power off tackle play. They had that whole inside sealed. They kicked out at the defensive end, and if it wasn't for the free safety Scott Ressler, he would have been gone.
Well, I tell you what, Lee is exciting. He gets through there. He glides so much. He's really kind of a stand-up runner, Terry, as he comes through there. We'll watch the replay here as Lee gets his first carry of the game, does a nice job, bounces off of a couple tackles, and fights for the extra yardage. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Gophers at the 41-yard line of Barlow. In motion to the right is Kerry Lee. Gives straight ahead to Gleason. Gleason powers ahead, picks up a couple on the play.
Brian Dedrick on the tackle. Looks like he's ready to play today. He's having a pretty good game so far.
You know, I really like it so far, although they haven't thrown the ball, but I like the diversity of their offense so far in Gresham. I mean, they're coming with they've come with the option a couple times, and at least shown it, so that Barlow's really got to be prepared for a number of different looks, because the multiple sets that Gresham throws at you, you know, really can be confusing if you're not well prepared.
Right, power off tackle, quick trap inside, option.
Slot right out of the I formation, Lee the tailback. Option to the outside, Streb. Streb turns it up, he's got it laying down the side. Streb is gonna go all the way. Streb all the way for a 39-yard touchdown run. Mike Streb, number 11. Mike Streb, as the crowd goes wild and Gresham draws first blood in this game. Let's take a look at that, Terry. Perfect execution of the option. Makes a dive inside to Gleason, comes outside and just outruns, and there's no containment whatsoever by the Bruins.
Yeah, it looked like the person signed the quarterback on that option sucked in on the dive back and left the quarterback wide open.
Kevin Major to attempt the extra point now, number 16. Ball is down, it's up. Oh, almost blocked, but a good kick that time. As Kevin Major makes it 7-0 now in favor of the Bruins. 8:33 to go here in the first quarter. And it's 7-0 in favor of the Gresham Gophers. And you know, this is a type of offensive show that we possibly anticipated, Terry, but I'm not sure we expected it quite so quickly.
Well, I agree. You know what? I kind of expected if we're going to see, you know, some good scores, I think we're going to see the big play. I really don't think either team's going to be able to sustain a long drive without having a big play here or there. and then, you know, along with the scoring. They might have it 3 or 4 minutes, but again, if they don't break the big play, I don't think we're going to see a lot of scoring.
Gresham did have a nice drive that time from the opening kickoff. They were able to march the ball right down, put some things together, mix up their offense a little bit, and finally, Mike Streb, you know, the threat of having Kerry Lee out there as your option man really has to help Streb when he does turn it up.
Oh, no doubt. And like you said earlier, the diversification of their play calling. You know, dive inside, power off tackle, a lot of option. It makes the defense think a lot.
Back is Scott Ressler and Ryan Swartz for the Bruins. Good kick, great kick, all the way down to the 2-yard line. This is Swartz bringing it back. Swartz up, right up the middle, following his wedge all the way up. And a pretty good return that time for Swartz, but a great kick that time by Kevin Major, number 16, for the Gresham Gophers, as he really put his foot into that one. Ball went all the way down to the 2-yard line, and Terry, that's quite a kick for a high school player.
It sure is, yeah. Plus, it had a lot of airtime on it.
Good coverage by the Gophers, but a good run back also by the Bruins that time, as the ball will be marked right at the 29-yard line, or correction, the 24-yard line of the Bruins as they come out in their split backs. Collins is a quarterback. Swartz comes in motion.
Oh, nice
job. Good job to the outside. As number 28, that's Oscar Wood. And last week we saw how quick Oscar Wood is, not only offensively but defensively as well. Good job at that time of blocking and sealing down the inside, and Wood found that seam to the outside. We'll take a look at it here.
It looked like the weak side in. Dan Morris made the tackle on this particular player. He would have been gone.
Great job that time. Wood just slides down, finds that open seam, and pops it up. Todd Harris, number 31 in the backfield, along with Wood. Give us to Wood, straight ahead again. Wood slashing through. I'll tell you what, Oscar Wood, we know he's a great wrestler, so he has tremendous strength. But boy, I'll tell you what, for a little guy, he has a lot of power right up the middle there.
Well, as we saw last week, he also has great balance. And when you get hit by those big guys, if you just bounce off like a pinball, keep your balance, you're going to go.
See what Ron Peeble has down on the sideline. Ron?
Well, in the first couple of minutes, you saw Gresham's awesome running attack. Now you're going to get a chance to see Barlow's running attack, which includes a couple all-leaguers, Shannon Johnson and Todd Harris. Keep an eye on their running backs as well as Gresham's.
Harris, the lone setback now. Swartz comes in motion this way. Collins, the quarterback, gives straight ahead. Oh, great pop right at the middle that time as Harris carried the ball straight ahead, looking for that first down, and he's very close. It looks like he has the first down, and he does. Just crosses the midfield stripe as the Bruins now with their second first down. So it'll be 1st and 10. We'll call it the 49-yard line of the Gophers. Collins brings him up. Quarterback, number 12, Keith Collins. This is a give to Oscar Wood. Oscar Wood, and if Oscar Wood would not have tripped over his own man, leading the play there was Jared Brown, number 66. If he would not have tripped over Brown, he would have been up for some additional big yardage. As it is, he picks up about 7 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 3 now. 2nd and 3. As they come up now, Collins' lone setback is Harris. Swartz comes in motion this way. Collins rolling to the left, looking downfield, has a man open, but overthrows that time. That was number 30. That was Kofed, Andy Kofed that time. Kofed well covered that time by the Gophers, but well-devised play. Actually, Collins had a chance to get outside and probably turn it up a little. As they come up now, 3rd and 3. Harris again, the lone setback, triple receivers to the right. Collins comes out, give us to Harris.
Ooh,
to the weak side, and Harris twists and turns.
Nice pop, Abe Moss.
Boy, he'll be short of the first down, though. It'll bring up 4th down. Boy, Abe Moss came across there and did a great job of sealing and going face up, but Harris with his strength was able to twist and turn and still pick up maybe 1. We'll call it 4th and 2 now.
Big play.
Big play this early in the game as they come up with split backs. Wood and Harris alone are the 2 setbacks. Straight ahead, this is Harris. Harris twists and turns.
I don't think we got it.
It's going to be pretty close. It's going to depend upon the mark. Depend upon the mark here, very crucial. He got a favorable mark that time, I think. That's going to be a first down. Well, I tell you, it looked like his knee might have gone down a little bit earlier than that. We see Larry Knutson there. one of the coaches for the Gresham Gophers. So Barlow gets the big first down as the ball's marked at the 39-yard line now of the Gophers. Well, I tell you, Harris is just tough, though. I mean, that was just sheer guts that he got that one on. Lone setback is Harris. Collins rolling to his left now. Rolling to his left, avoids one tackler, tries to turn upfield. He's got some running room. Just dragged down barely by number 43 that time. Coming up quickly to help was Dan Morris.
And Ryan Gleason also on the play. The nose guard number 21. Looks like he was responsible for draw, and he hung in there, did his job, and almost threw him for a loss.
Well, it looked like he might have had some room on the outside if he could have got around the corner. Harris did a nice job of kicking out on the defensive end.
Real nice coverage in the secondary for Gresham.
Bring him up again. Boy, they have a double slot right in tight. There goes Swartz in motion to the left now. Harris is set back. Give to the inside. Oh, great job. Oscar Wood
got away.
Gets away, gets to the outside. Wood with a great job. Tremendous balance. Andy Kovac. Boy, Andy Kovac had a great downfield block also, but Oscar Wood nailed in the backfield, and again, that great balance. Let's watch it here on the replay.
Looks like Gresham had a stunt in there with their
Boy, they were right
Jody
in
Hill.
the face, did a good job. That was number 42 that was right up in there. That was Anthony Alvarez. Alvarez had the hit, but unable to wrap up Wood, and Wood with that great balance, able to get to the outside and pick up the first down as the ball is marked now at the 25-yard line of the Gophers. Collins, a quarterback again. And some of the lights just went out here. Collins looking downfield. Has a man open. Great coverage. Excellent coverage. Brian Bettencourt.
Super. Timed that perfectly.
Bettencourt did an excellent job, as you said, Terry. Boy, he was right up on there. Kofed was open, had his hands on the ball, but unable to hang on as he was separated by Bettencourt.
Dan Morris and Zaven Tatikian were in on the play, putting extreme pressure on the quarterback.
So they come out now, split backs. Wood and Harris, the two backs. Swartz shifts over to the right now. They offset their backs. Second down and 10. Ball at the 25 of Gresham. Gives straight ahead. This is Harris. Harris just for a few now. So he goes right through the middle. You know, it's interesting to see, Terry, how these teams, as compared to some that we have seen, and the diversity of their offense, even though they're not completing passes, they're showing a little bit of pass, they're doing a little bit of things. Gresham with their good diversity of their running game, and the Bruins come out in multiple sets as well. It just
really keeps the defense off balance.
Single setback this time is Wood. Straight back with the screen coming up. Oh, almost. Number 79. Abe Moss with a big paw to knock it down.
Abe Moss is a returning all-league defensive lineman, and he showed it why right there.
But he used every bit of that 6'4" frame too. We'll watch it here. Comes in. Oh boy, that screen was set up so nicely too. Oscar was out there. Oscar Wood was out there. He had the wide open field.
They picked a good time for it too. Dave Spradlin, number 61, was on a stunt.
4th and 8 now. 4th and 8. Ball's at the 23-yard line. Swart comes in motion to the right. Draw play, and this is Harris.
Not enough.
Does not get that first down, and Gresham, Alvarez was in on the play again, and along with a couple of other people, but good job of recognition. It looked like there might be a little bit of an opening there, but Gresham reacted very quickly.
Again, that's one thing I like about Gresham. They do pursue well. You know, they read a play, they get where they're supposed to, and then they find the ball and pursue extremely well.
So it'll be first down now for the Gophers as they take over as the ball is marked at the, we'll call it the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Gophers out of the I formation this time. Lee is the tailback. And Streb, it looked like there was a mix-up a little bit there. Broken play as Streb is sacked in the backfield. Loss on the play. So he'll be back at the 12-yard line, it looks like. We'll see what happens here, Terry. It looks like maybe there was a mix-up here. Streb might have turned the wrong way. It looked like the backs were going to fake the belly sears and go out on the option. But
right, the guard was going the opposite way also, so I think it was a busted play.
So it'll be 2nd and 17 now as the Gophers come up from their own 12-yard line now. Slot is to the right. Give it straight ahead. This is Lee. Lee got a big seam. He breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle. Kerry Lee all the way out, gets everything that they lost back and more. Not sure why they're calling timeout.
Again, stopped by the free safety, Todd Harris.
Clock is rolling again. We'll take a look here. Kerry Lee has tremendous quickness, but again, he's a pretty much a straight-up runner. Okay,
Boy,
he's
got
up
a
here.
great burst of speed once he gets past the
Boy, he does.
line of
He's
scrimmage.
got such quick feet. You watch his feet, and his feet are constantly moving, and he's got great power in those legs. So it'll be 3rd down now, 3rd and 7. Ball is marked at the 23-yard line. Streb rolling back, looking downfield, and overthrows as he's got a receiver down there, but Ryan Edeline, number 24.
Not bad coverage by Todd Harris on the play, actually.
Harris is a big kid that can come out. It looked like he out of probably his linebacking position. He's down there covering.
Harris, 6'2", 190 is a free safety. That's pretty good size. That's major college size.
Going back now is Andy Kofed to return the punt. Gophers, number 21.
Low kick.
Low liner. This will be Kofed. Kofed gets outside. Lots of coverage downfield by the Gophers. A nice job of coverage that time. Number 21, Ryan Gleason, the punter. A low liner, and the Bruins now will take over at their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bruins. We've got 1:49 left to go here in the first quarter as the Barlow Bruins trail the Gresham Gophers 7-0.
Well, so far that one score was on the big play, the 39-yard run by Mike Streb.
As you said, Terry, teams are going to have to break the big one. Wood and Harris in the backfield. Inside, oh boy, I'll tell you what, the Gophers did a super job. In there was number 57. That was Zavin Tutitkin. Tutitkin, and also in there was number 42 right along with him, Anthony Alvarez. If you watch this, Alvarez and Tutitkin both were right in there, and Tutitkin got to him first. Correction, that's 47 that was right there.
Josh Butler.
Josh Butler. Tutitkin and Butler. Boy, they smelled that one out, that inside reverse. Out of the offset backs this time. Give us to Oscar Rood. Oscar Rood with a little seam.
Well, he outquicked his pulling guard.
You know, he ran right up the back that time of number 77, Josh Mitchell, and had, you know, that's twice now that Wood has had big seams, and he has a lot of area to get out there, but he's been unable to get past his own blockers.
Well, I think that's part of that's inexperience on his play. Most running backs that do have some experience, they'll slow down a little bit at the line of scrimmage, let those big guys get out in front of them, you know, create a wall, and then make a cut off their butt one way or the other.
Lone setback is Todd Harris. Collins brings him up now. Collins quarterback, right back to pass. Looking downfield, good pressure. That's Butler again. He gets outside, and Collins gets to the outside, but great pressure that time. Butler was up there quickly along with 79, Abe Moss.
Great pass rush, great coverage in the backfield. He absolutely had nobody to throw to. There was just nothing but blue out there.
Boy, big scramble, so that'll bring up 4th down now, and as you said, Terry, the defense has to come to the forefront, and it has for both teams. Kofed, number 30, back to do the punting. Back deep for the Gophers is number 3, Brian Betcourt. Betcourt and 22, Kerry Lee. Kofed's punt. This will be Lee. Lee taking the ball, looking for his wall to open up, and nothing does. It's pretty good coverage downfield, not a long punt. But good coverage downfield. Down there quickly, number 3 was Nate Weisner.
And number 5, Blake Hamelini.
And so the Gophers now will take over from their own 31-yard line, and they will start the second quarter, 1st and 10 from their own 31, as the first quarter ends with the Gresham Gophers leading 7-0. And Terry, up to this point, it's pretty much what we had anticipated. One big play, a couple that looked like they could have been big plays right on the verge of it, but the defenses have been hammering away.
Again, I think the Gresham offense looks a little more sharp right now than the Barlow offense. And that's the ticket right now.
Okay, we'll be back with second quarter action right after this. High school, after a great first quarter where the Gresham Gophers came out on top 7-0. First play of the second quarter, Kerry Lee to the outside, cuts and slashes back inside. Kerry Lee to the outside. He's got one man, and Kofed. Andy Kofed able to bring him down to 40. Well, I'll tell you, if Kofed had not wrapped him up there, Terry, it would have been Katie bar the door all the way to the goal line.
That was a pretty run, real pretty run for, about a 14-yard run. He must have went about 35 to get that.
Covered a lot of real estate that way. I'll tell you what, Kerry Lee is everything that he was pumped up to be. He's been a very exciting runner. He certainly slashes, finds that hole, able to keep going down.
Yeah, when he plants, he cuts, he's gone.
In motion to the right. That's Edeline. Edeline rolling out is Streb. Streb has a man wide open. Nice catch that time. Number 89. Oh, they say he did not hang on. That was Gabe Shields. But there is a first penalty of the game. Flag is on the play. Take a look at what that is, and it looks like a motion penalty against the Gophers. We'll see. On the incompleted pass, it'll bring up second down if they do not accept the penalty. Ball is marked right at the 45-yard line. And the Bruins will take the penalty, so it'll be 1st and 15 now as the ball will be marked at the 40-yard line.
Illegal motion. On the blow. We're going to have first.
There you see our official. The referee is Carl Heisler. Our umpire is Mike Riley. Head linesman Brent Macy, and the line judge is Vern Marshall Jr. Streb brings him up again, looks downfield again. Looks to the short man, this is Kerry Lee. Lee breaks one tackle. Coming down the sideline, Lee still on his feet and hit out of bounds. Number 5, that was Hanley, was able to push him out, but he was hit late out of bounds, so there'll be a big penalty on the play. But Kerry Lee again, unable to bring him down one-on-one in the open field.
I thought Nate Wiesner number 3 had a shot at him for about a 2-yard gain, and Kerry Lee's strength just ran through the tackle.
So it'll be a personal foul late hit against the defense that time.
Yeah, you like to see the kids in the open field wrap up and keep their feet look like.
Blow!
We'll see what referee Carl Heisler has to say here. And it appears though they will take it since it was after the run.
On white, first down.
Personal foul, as you can see, first down, so the ball will be marked at the 28-yard line of Barlow. Gophers doing a great job here of mixing it up and going down. Here we see that quick pass to the outside. Good job by Lee. Breaks the one tackle, coming down the sideline. Hamlin able to hit him out, and there's a late hit, and the flag goes. They come back to live play. This is Lee threading his way through. Lee, now there, Terry, is a situation where he just stuck in behind Charles Cooper, number 68 that time. As you mentioned before, Oscar Wood has had a little bit of a problem running up the backside of his blockers. That time, you saw the experience of Kerry Lee. Just sit in behind the blocker and then make a break off.
Right, as soon as you set up the tackler with your blocker, then you make your cut, you accelerate from that point on. And that's Kerry Lee does a great job of that.
So it'll be second down now, 2nd and 5. Ball is marked at the 23-yard line of Barlow. The Gophers on the march again out of the I formation. Straight ahead, Kerry Lee. Kerry Lee still trying to, well, I'll tell you what, 2 guys had a hold of him and he was still driving. Finally, they got additional help and 4 people had to bring him down.
Well, he's what, 195 pounds. He's got not only some good speed and strength, but he's got some power in those legs. Just rips those. If you get your arms around his legs, he's going to rip them out.
3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 now for the Gophers. We'll call it 3rd and 2 now. Ball just about the 21-yard line, just inside the 21. Streb brings him up out of the wishbone formation this time. Give it straight ahead. This is Lee. Lee with a big hole. Cuts to the outside and just barely hanging on for dear life was number 55. That was Brian Diederich.
It looked like Barlow had a stunt. When they saw the wishbone, they brought both linebackers and they just overran the play. Number 52, Troy Mittleiter, was right there on the play. Just overran it a little bit. You got to get under control, especially with a guy like Kerry Lee, who's so quick.
Boy, I'll tell you what, watch on this replay now as Diederich gets a hand on it, just barely able, just by the seat of his pants, able to drag down Kerry Lee. Out of the wishbone again. This is straight ahead. This is Gleason.
Still
Gleason, number 21, still driving, doing a good job. Ryan Gleason.
Boy, it looks to me like that Gresham offensive line is starting to definitely control the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, and it's not so much their size, although they do have, good size, but it's their quickness, Jerry. You look at the quickness of their feet. Boy, they're getting out and they're striking the first blow against the Bruins right now.
And they're putting the Barlow guys on their heels. You know, and that's giving the backs an extra half a step at least on their cuts.
You see Steve Smith there, one of our helpers and one of the people involved with Multnomah Cable Television. Streb brings him up now out of the I formation. Lee, the tailback, give us to Lee. Straight ahead, Lee's got a touchdown. Gary Lee. Boy, there was a great block up front that time. His lead blocker that time, number 21, Ryan Gleason. Popped Gary Lee, and Lee, he was tripped up, but able to keep his balance till he crossed the goal line. Number 22, Gary Lee, with the big run that time. An 8-yard run with 8:53 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, he showed good balance on that one because he got tripped up a little bit right at the line of scrimmage.
Kevin Major to attempt the extra point now. Ball is down. And it's good. Well, I'll tell you, Major's got a nice leg on him. Gary, this is something that is so nice to have, especially in high school football, is that good, strong kicker. And Major's definitely shown that. But the one thing that the Gophers have going for him right now is Kerry Lee and that offensive line. Boy, they are just thumping people up front.
Yeah, they sure are. This is the first time I've seen Kerry Lee, and he is some kind of runner.
Let's watch the replay here. Watch the lead block, 21 right there. Great job. That was Gleason on that lead block. And Lee able to keep his balance till he crossed the goal line.
Gleason is a tough kid. He's also the nose guard on the defense. You know, as a running back, you're putting him at nose guard. So he must have some real good quicks, great strength, and a good attitude about football. I think he likes to play.
Boy, it sure looks like he's not afraid to stick his nose in there. 5'10", 200. You know, he's a tough kid. Back deep for the Barlow Bruins to receive the kickoff. Number 23, Scott Rassler, and number 40, that is Brian Swartz. Kickoff is Kevin Major, number 16. Last one he put down on the 2-yard line. Here's a kick, another good high kick. Taken on about the 9-yard line. This is Swartz. Swartz right up the middle. He's got a lane to the outside. All the way down, Brian Swartz into Gopher territory. That's number 4,
Ryan Edline.
Boy, I'll tell you, Edline saved the touchdown there. Swartz came up. We know Swartz had